Hey Chris, I just thought this would be easier so that way you can see what I'm talking about rather than having to send a long email. Anyways, so you sent, there was three changes that you wanted for the eForms, for the OT eForms. One was text boxes don't grow, MFES score needs to be 5 digits, and then the diagnosis box is not big enough. So I've looked at two of them. The first one, text box don't grow, is something I might have to spend a little more time on. But to move things along, I focus on the last two since this should be a little bit easier. So you can see if we look at right now diagnosis, I made it a little bit bigger. What I did was I looked on the report server and I looked at what has been entered into the system already, and so this is what I came up with. It now diagnosis was getting cut off or wasn't visible, so now there should be tons of space in here for them to enter all the diagnosis that they need. Hopefully that is good enough. The other thing I noticed was that every form that has been entered already, it's been inputted as Stonechurch Family Health Center. So I just defaulted the text to that for the Stonechurch Clinic, it'd probably be a little easier. Plus, it'd be a little bit more consistent on how they're entering this for every eForm. I would think that this field is actually logical based on where it was entered anyways, but since it's part of the form, hopefully that's good. The referral, there should be enough space because I looked at all the entries, and this is more than double for what was being entered. So we should be good here. I'm hoping that would be good, and then we get when we corrected this issue. The other one is going to be the score. Now the score, instead of entering increasing to 5 digits, which I mean we can do that, but what would be good is that the data that we're collecting now. Now I know the MFES is not a measurement at the moment, but if we want to make it a measurement down the road, putting the full score in is going to /10 is not going to be able to represent as a measurement properly. So if we have good data entry practices now where we're just entering the actual score, we could display what it's out of down the road. If we do end up ever making it a measurement, it'd be a lot smarter for us. And the other thing is just you just notice here, these I may have them made smaller because when it's in the smaller pop-up window, the MFES was bumping up. So I just made this smaller so that doesn't happen, and that way it just looks more aligned. So so those are changes I've made now. I just want to make sure that I can go ahead and apply that to the eForms for the users. I could do that at any point.